let's be on the other side of that to where we're leaving that legacy of love and intention.
We're talking about downsizing right now, getting rid of shit, so your kids don't have to.
A lifetime to accumulate all of your belongings, so it's not going to be finished in a week or two. That's why I like to think of downsizing in 3 different levels. A gradual process that builds over time. So light downsizing is about clearing everyday clutter, removing safety risks like clearing walkways, reducing trip hazards, and letting go of duplicates. Moderate downsizing goes a little bit deeper. This is where you organize space and create functional systems in your home that supports your lifestyle. Setting up zones for paperwork, labeling your storage bins, giving everything a designated place. And then there's deep downsizing, which is preparing for a move or making estate-level decisions or focusing on legacy planning. It's about making sure that what you keep truly reflects what you want to pass on. And sometimes families find themselves needing to downsize quickly. In just a few weeks, there could be an emergency, a fall, a death in the family. In those cases, decisions have to be made very fast, and the process can feel very overwhelming with on top of having to plan a move, right? The logistics, clearing the home, deciding what to keep, managing donations, boxing, shipping, all of those things pile up quickly. Are you going to have an estate sale? All of those things are considerations, and it's a lot for anybody to handle in a short period of time. But by starting earlier, taking small steps, you can create a very different outcome. One that's thoughtful, one that's manageable, and aligned with your wishes. Even light downsizing builds momentum and confidence. So when it comes time to the bigger decisions, you're ready and not rushed. Okay, so when who here likes to watch the HGTV home organization, right? And they're all the pretty rooms. But when we think of organizing, it's easy to picture these big, beautiful pantries and the closets, like you might see on TV or Instagram. Everything is color-coded and matching bins, and it looks picture perfect. But the truth is, those projects have big budgets, large teams, and a lot of time typically to complete them. They're not realistic for everyday living. The problem is they can make us feel like we're falling short if our homes don't look like that. Organizing isn't about creating a showcase, it's about function. A good system is one that's simple, it's affordable, and it's sustainable. One that reduces stress and helps you to find what you need when you need it. And if the system's too complicated, chances are you won't stick with it, and that really defeats the purpose. So let's be honest, most systems, they fail, not because we're lazy, but because the system does not match our lifestyle, the way we actually live. Let's take mail for an example. Most people bring it in, drop it on the counter just for now, and then before long, there's a pile that's been sitting there for weeks. It's not a character flaw, it's a systems problem, and the fix does not have to be complicated. One simple landing spot, like a tray or a mail basket with a shredder or a recycle bin nearby, right by that bin. As soon as you bring it in, it's 3 choices. You're going to keep it, or you're going to shred it, or you're going to take action on it, right? No more pile. It goes in its appropriate bin. So the key message here is your systems really don't need to be like Pinterest perfect. They just need to be functional to you and your family and your lifestyle. And if you enjoy aesthetic organizing, that is okay too, but there are 2 very different things, having a functional system and like trying to make everything look pretty. There are 2 different types of organizing. And if you want to do that, that's okay. Just make sure that your system works first before you invest in all the pretty bins. And don't let, you can't find the pretty bins, the perfect bins, let you from getting started from downsizing. Okay, so when I begin on a project, the first thing I do is simply decide where to start. You need to address the clutter, right? And one of the biggest mistakes people try to make is they try to tackle the whole house at once. And that's when you end up overwhelmed or stuck in what I call clutter churning. You pick up one thing, it doesn't belong in the room, you take it to the kitchen, you forgot what you were doing, you start working in the kitchen, and the process just goes over and over and over. Instead, just pick one room and commit to it. These spaces start small, like a spare bathroom, a pantry, or a laundry room. The spaces are smaller and they're easier to sort through, and decisions are more straightforward. There's not usually a lot of sentimental things in those types of spaces. But what it does is two very powerful things. It gives you quick, visible progress, and it gives you the momentum to keep going because you've already seen some progress. By finishing one room before moving on, you avoid spinning your wheels, and you get to build confidence step by step. All right, so once you've chosen your starting point, the next question becomes, what do I do with each item? And that's where the sorting and boxing method comes in. As you move through a room, every item should be labeled, should land in a labeled box. Donate, trash, recycle, or belongs elsewhere. This is gonna keep you from going from room to room to room. You come across something that goes in the kitchen, put it in the belongs elsewhere box and deal with that later. This ensures that decisions are being made and not just shuffled into piles. It helps to, when you're working in a space, it helps to fully empty drawers, closets, shelves, so you can actually see what you have. It's hard to make a decision if you didn't pull out everything that's buried in the back of the closet, right? Group like items together. All clothes in one place, all paperwork in another place. And before deciding what to keep, and paperwork in